It was a quiet evening, and everything felt as ordinary as ever. My husband, Mark, and I had just settled into a comfortable routine with our new dog, Buddy. Buddy was an adorable golden retriever we'd adopted a few months back, and he had quickly become the center of our little world. But with Mark working late most nights, Buddy had also become my close companion, filling the gaps when I felt a bit lonely. As time went on, I found myself forming a unique bond with Buddy, almost as if he were my confidant. One evening, after a particularly long day, I sat on the couch with Buddy snuggled up beside me. We shared a lot of quiet moments together. He would listen to me as I spoke about my dreams, struggles, and even frustrations. Our connection grew deeper, and somehow, he just understood me in a way I never expected from a pet. However, that evening took an unusual turn. As I was talking to Buddy, lost in thought, I didn't notice that Mark had come home early. He walked in to see me, having what appeared to be a very intense conversation with our dog, complete with emotional expressions and even some laughter. Mark was visibly puzzled. "Are you talking to Buddy like he's a person?" he asked, his tone caught between amusement and confusion. Embarrassed, I laughed it off. "I guess I just needed someone to talk to, and he's the best listener I know," I said, brushing it off. But Mark seemed unsettled by the closeness Buddy and I had developed in his absence. Over the next few weeks, Mark's jealousy grew, not because of anything Buddy and I shared, but because he felt like an outsider in his own home. We had been drifting apart, and Buddy, in a strange way, had taken the role of my emotional anchor. One night, as I was lying on the couch, Buddy curled up at my feet, Mark finally voiced his frustration. "I feel like I'm losing you to our dog," he said, only half joking. That sentence hit me hard. It wasn't Buddy's fault. It was a reflection of the cracks that had formed in our relationship. We hadn't been making time for each other, and Buddy had simply filled a void we both ignored. In that moment, I realized that I had been betraying Mark emotionally, not with another person, but with the comfort of a relationship that didn't ask anything of me. It was a wake-up call that we both needed to reconnect. I apologized, and we promised to work on making more time for each other, realizing that while Buddy was a beloved member of our family, he couldn't replace the partnership that Mark and I shared. In the end, that night changed everything. Mark and I found our way back to each other, and our bond grew stronger. Buddy, of course, stayed by our side, still the wonderful companion he had always been, but now, as a part of our united family, not a replacement for one another.